I'm still battling that really irritating throat infection from the last 3 weeks now. So even though I'm getting a lot better resonance in my speaking voice, I can't really test yet that that's translating into singing, although I imagine it will. But I can't test that yet because I still got this throat infection. I can't use the falsetto properly. So therefore mixed voice just doesn't work at all. So that's getting pretty annoying because every day I keep thinking it's going to get better, but it's really slow burn, to be honest. So today, even though for acid reflux and stuff, you're not meant to have things like garlic or even ginger, I've basically been having loads of that. And also I've been having oil of oregano. I'm trying to get this stuff to work. Because I did antibiotics for I did the week's thing, but in a week and a half, so I didn't really do it very well, to be honest. So I'm trying more natural things to try and build up my immunity and all that stuff. But yeah, at the moment, it's really hard for me to tell if this resonance that I'm getting, which is so much better than if you look at videos from a month or 2 months ago. I think I must have made at least 60 videos by now. If you look at those, I sound extremely different, and I'm not just saying that. If you watch them, it's very different. I can feel every time I'm speaking that it's coming from down here. It's supported down here, which is really flipping cool because it just, yeah, this is what you need when you're going to sing. Because if you're just having it up here, if you're talking like this up here, you're talking like that, and then these muscles up here are going to tighten. And as you already know, I have a lot of tension in my back, shoulders, legs and stuff. I don't need it up here as well. So yeah, this whole channel has basically been dedicated to trying to condition the voice to be in its best, most productive state. And if you've got things like tension, if you've got throat infections, so that was not really meant to be part of this whole thing, but it happened because I was getting frustrated and I put my finger down my throat to try and get some of the mucus out. But basically, if you have lots of tension, then that can add to things like stress, which then cause things like reflux, muscle tension dysphonia, and nasal inflammation as well. I'm wondering what that's related to, but it could be from pressure down here, which is related to up here. So yeah, this whole thing's been a journey, but we've made some really good steps throughout the course of the whole thing. I'm doing lots of swimming now. I've recently started doing some body stretches to really release that tension. I'm working with lots of professionals, so an osteopath, speech pathologist, a regular GP who's been doing vitamin B injections for me. Also a Chinese doctor who's doing acupuncture and trying some Chinese herbs as well. Not to mention all the ENTs that I've seen and the allergy specialists, because I don't have any allergies, but I did that for a year anyway. So I've seen lots of people, and I'm also meant to be seeing, and also this also includes singing teachers, and I'm meant to be seeing an opera singer soon for some lessons. And while obviously I'm trying to sing pop rock style, opera singers are technically the best singers in the world, so it'd be really good to get some great information and lessons from her. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. But literally at the moment, if I can't get rid of the throat infection, then I can't test to see whether the singing is much improved, which it theoretically should be, because I'm using the Breather Fit stuff, that device. I've just done it now, which is maybe why it's more resonant now than it was even 10 minutes ago. And also the body stretches. I find those two combined are really helping, because the osteopath, I think I mentioned this in the video before, he had one of the most resonant voices I think I've ever heard. And yeah, and he didn't even know what the word meant. When I told him, I was like, "Oh, do you mind me saying you have a really resonant voice?" And he's like, "What? What do you mean?" And I was like, No, it's good, it's good. So, but it's because he is essentially the perfect body, because he's got no tension at all. It means his vocal cords up here can use they're basically using the breathing muscles to and then compressing that at the vocal cords without any added extra tension in there, and which is why I imagine, theoretically speaking, he has one of the most resonant voices I've ever heard. So yeah, if I can be like him, that'd be great. But just I guess a singing version of him. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I'm hoping that when I wake up in the morning, maybe this garlic stuff, because I've had like 3 pieces of garlic, 3 cloves, and stuff. I'm hoping that stuff is gonna work, because my grandma's got a and typically people who have lived a long time, they often have really, really good advice. At least I've found out so far in my young life of 24. That she said there was this one time where she had to sing at, I think it was a wedding or something, some occasion at church, and she had basically completely lost her voice. And I know it's slightly different to this or whatever, but she said that she basically chewed a piece of garlic for 24 hours, and then by the time it came to the actual service or ceremony or whatever it was, she said she couldn't believe the sound that was coming out of her mouth, in a good way, not in a bad way. So yeah, I'm doing this, and also loads of other anecdotal stories about how garlic helps people. But yeah, I'm strictly not meant to be doing that because I'm on the acid reflux dieting stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Also, what was quite cool, this is just a side note, is my younger brother who's 16. So he's a brilliant singer. He's a chorister, but he loves singing pop songs and all that stuff. And he was saying to me today, he was like, "Oh, I don't know how to write songs," because I was encouraging him. I was like, "Oh, you should try and write a song." He was like, "Oh, I don't know how to. I can't come up with a tune in my head." And I basically like sat him down at the keyboard in my room, in fact just here, and it was really cool because I was like, I'll just like start playing some chords, and then he was playing like G minor and then another one and whatever. And I was like, oh, hold on, just stay on that G minor for a bit. And then I came over and then I added like a little riff, and then we had like a drum track and then a synth and whatever. And then my other brother, who's 29, who's also musical, he came over. He just happened to be walking through the door like 5 minutes after that. And we ended up like all collaborating, and it basically showed my younger brother that you can literally just create like an idea in like a few minutes. It was really cool and really eye-opening. So yeah, it was really cool because it was a really cool moment because it was just like seeing what was possible. But yeah, anyway, that's it for now. Hope that was interesting. I'll speak to you all tomorrow.